After both Thursday's shuffle and Friday's swing of matches, the Shanghai Dragons have a more narrow margin of error to make the Stage 2 playoffs. Although not the strongest team, the Washington Justice had a chance to bounce Shanghai from those chances. The Dragons didn't crumble under pressure and instead boosted their map differential after it was all said and done. In a map that only took 8 fights total, the Dragons performed nearly perfect on Busan. Youngjin Gamsu No opened on Hammond, and his quick ultimate charge continued to catch the Justice off guard. Followed up with some Jin Hyuk Ding Yang 4 and 5-man EMPs, Shanghai looked unstoppable and continued their momentum later in this series. But first, Shanghai won Busan with a final score of 2-0. Similar to Busan, Paris was mostly all Shanghai. In the Dragons' attack round, they easily tied the fastest map completion time with 6:01 left in the time bank. It didn't stop there though, as Shanghai held tight on their defense to keep Washington from capping point B. In 5 of those 9 team fights, Ding hailed down his EMP to lead to team fight wins in every single one of those 5. Seonghyung, Luffy Yank's Discord Orb, and Min Seong Deem Bei's tracking were also second to none this round, as Shanghai outmatched the Justice in damage dealt by over 22,000. Shanghai won Paris on a final score of 2-1. In an awkward post-halftime hiccup, the Shanghai Dragons were simply outplayed on Blizzard World. Nicola Sleepy Andrews' Ana play halted the Dragons' offense, as his nanos on Junhwa Janice Song worked well for the main tank's aggressive playstyle. Yankee Sansam Kim also punished the Dragons for poor positioning, taking a double elimination self-destruct to halt Shanghai's push. The Dragons also struggled to help Deem charge his Zarya, as he couldn't work it at the beginning of fights. Through Shanghai's attack on Blizzard World, Deem only averaged around 36% energy on the Zarya. As a result, Washington overtook Shanghai on Blizzard World with a final score of 1-0. Watchpoint Gibraltar is where things really start to get wonky. Shanghai repeated the same concept of running Youngjin Jin on Doomfist, and once again, it didn't work. The Dragons made no movement through the car wash during Doomfist's entirety until finally Youngjin switched to the Ana. After a quick alt charge beatdown by the Justice, a nano-boosted Gamsu shredded through Washington to cap point A. Sansam didn't go down without a fight, as multiple double elimination Diva bombs held Shanghai right before point B. The Dragons motioned back to their signature Sombra Goats on defense, and it truly saved their playoff hopes. Ding's EMPs continued to melt as usual, but he even baited Justice players to flank on him. This was apparent in Washington's second fight on their attack round, where Cory Negra tried to chase but was melted in the process. In one of the most exciting plays of the night, Gamzu released an absolute Hail Mary Earthshatter, sticking down the Justice and whittling their time bank to 0. Shanghai certainly played well in this series, but their play out of halftime was completely different than the first half. In that second half, Ding couldn't hide as well, and Deem was not able to push far enough to gather his ultimate charge on Blizzard World. Especially with the reappearance of Doomfist. Please don't have Doomfist on Watchpoint anymore. Shanghai was lucky that there wasn't a map 5. Placed 7th in the standings before Saturday's sets of matches, the Dragons can possibly secure history with one single map victory against the Shock on Sunday. The Shanghai Dragons defeated the Washington Justice on a final score of 3-1.